My name is Sean, and this is my son, Kanan. I'm holding Carter, and he has Finn.
My name is Marcy Burns, and this is Angie, and my husband's name is David. We also have Brittany, my oldest daughter, and this is Rain.
My name's Corey, and this is Priscilla.
This is Princess, and my name is Marion. I have help with Princess from my boyfriend Jason and his sister Cheyenne.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Terry.
And this is Dobby. Dobby Bandito. Full name.
It's me and my wife Kelly and our two dogs, Brittany and Neil.
Okay, I'm Don, and this is Princess.
My name is Caitlin, and I have 4 dogs, and this one's Harlow.
My pet's name here is Jim, and the other family members are Bandit and Callie.
Okay, my name is Candy Snyder, and my husband is Greg Snyder, and I have a great golden retriever named Leo. And Leo is the reason why I started volunteering at Paw Works, because he is a rescue that had a lot of physical challenges.
At first I was drawn to Princess because of the fact that her little tongue sticks out and she has no teeth, and then I learned a little bit more about her history and her story, and touched me. She belonged to an old woman her entire life, and the woman passed away, and her adult children dumped Princess at the shelter to be euthanized.
Brittany's just a great dog overall. When we found out about her, we heard about her paw and her being hurt. The first thing we said is we would like to meet her and see if she's a good fit for us. And she is. She's great. She's a lovable dog. I love this dog to death.
We were drawn to Rain because we had lost a couple of dogs, and we had seen her on the Ventura County website, and I just knew that she needed rescuing. But then she dropped off the website, and I had heard that Paw Works had her. Although I had just lost a dog a few days earlier, I decided to take a leap of faith and foster her. And I'm so glad we did, because she's just been a godsend to our family. She's amazing.
I think Carter actually selected us. He's definitely really laid back, really people's dog, but he also likes to play with Priscilla quite a bit, one of our other dogs from Paw Works.
She actually was a medical foster, and we took her in. She was hit by a car. She had a broken arm and a broken jaw. So we actually cared for her for about 3 months. And when she was all better, Paw Works was going to adopt her out, and I could not do that, so I ended up keeping her. So she was a foster fail.
We came about getting Princess through a bit of subterfuge. Princess was brought to us on a Monday morning with a request to just babysit her for the day, and he asked us maybe if you could keep her overnight, it would really help me. And I said, yeah, sure, she can stay overnight. So we kept her for a couple more days, and at the end of a couple more days, we decided that Princess was going to stay for us forever.
I would describe Harlow as being very persistent. She never gives up. She could try to jump on the couch 3 times and not get it, and she'll still keep trying, and then she'll finally get it. She's a sweet, loving, very affectionate dog.
So Scarlett's very unique. She's very quirky. She's very playful. We kind of call her a special needs child sometimes, but she's a lot of fun, and we enjoy her immensely. Any other words? A couple screws loose?
To describe Princess's personality, I would call her a very curious, cranky, crabby, sleepy old lady.
The words that I would use to describe Rain's personality are, she's definitely a diva. Because she's blind, she loves to lick, but I think that's more because she uses that to kind of feel out where our faces are. She is definitely the matriarch of the 4 male dogs. She likes to keep everybody in their place, and she just loves attention. She just is a love bug. She's just lovely. She just loves to be held. She just loves to be loved. You can tell she definitely was spoiled in her previous home, and she just loves to be loved.
Jim's personality, he's a crazy, goof, lovable box of rocks.
Priscilla sounds like Chewbacca when she starts to wrestle with our other dog, Carter. She sounds like Chewbacca and makes all kinds of weird noises. She's just genuinely a happy dog. Loves to play, loves to chew on bones, run around.
Princess is one of the happiest little dogs I think I've ever seen. She loves people, she loves other animals.
Sophie's kind of, I call her my boss lady, and so she's kind of serious, so my other dog tries to play with her and Sophie doesn't really want to have anything to do with that. She's a little bit serious, and so even though she's so small, she's like our guard dog, and she's very affectionate to myself and my daughter, and she definitely likes Koa, her dog friend.
And almost from day one, when I went into the bathroom to fix myself up and use the hairdryer, she would come in and sit by the vanity and she would look up at me as if to say, "Can you do that to me too?" And so I picked her up on the vanity and put her up on the vanity, and I used the hairdryer all over her, brushed her out and combed her out. And she gets that every single morning. Just yesterday, I was in the bathroom and I didn't even know she was behind me. But she had come in behind me and I was starting to fix myself up. And she nudged my leg to let me know that she was there and that she was ready to have her grooming. And this is what happens every morning.
So Scarlett, from when we first saw her and she had her leg up in the air and she was doing twirls, she still does that today, even though she doesn't have her cast on her leg anymore. She still likes to stand on her back legs and spin around.
She walks.
She walks on her back legs.
When we make her food, she like walks around with both of her hands up in her, standing on both of her back legs.
She also likes to chase her tail. Sometimes she'll see her tail out of the corner of her eye and decide she needs to chase it.
I love what I do. So when I say that the best part of my day is when I come home, I roll my motorcycle up around the back of the house and park it and look up, and immediately after I stop the bike, Dobby's head pops up into the window. Ears standing tall. He's so excited to greet me. I just can't wait for that moment.
He's also really cute and great when we're at the beach. He loves to wander. He loves to, thank you. He loves to wander on the rocks and get all the smells and dig around.
One of the funny things that Carter does is he jumps up and down like a pogo stick. Anytime he wants up on our bed, which is kind of tall, he just bounces up and down, and you can just see about 3/4 of him, but you kind of wonder, why doesn't he just jump up there if he could jump that high? But he wants you to put him up there.
Funny stories that we can share about Rain. She's definitely a troublemaker. We have some dogs who live the back onto our fence. We have 3 other boy dogs in our house, but she starts the little doggy wars. She'll give a little yip, and then the 3 other boy dogs go and they start like a little doggy war. And then she kind of retreats back into the house like as if her job is done, and they'll continue barking for like minutes and minutes and minutes, and she's just content. She likes to do her paws up. She's spoiled. She just loves attention. We're so happy we have her.
Well, I always tell Dobby I didn't know what love was before I met him. I mean, he has so much love to give. When we first got him, we were worried that he was going to stay kind of withdrawn. You know, for the first several weeks, he just was not coming around. He was not interested in toys. So I remember the first time I bought a little stuffed giraffe, and the first time he took one end and started tugging at it with our other dog, I was like, all right, this guy's going to be just fine.
I think what surprised me is how much he's helped Koa come out of his shell, because he was a timid dog, a fearful dog. He was good with me, not very good with my daughter. He was okay with her. And since she's been in our family, Koa has totally changed. He's so relaxed. He adores my daughter. He's not afraid of her. He's even better with a trainer and a pet sitter that I've been using than she is. He's already fine with our pet sitter. She's still half in, half out with the pet sitter. And so it's been great to see that she's helped our family to come together even more.
I was surprised to learn a lot about dogs because I had never had one before. And so I was really nervous about taking her home because of the broken paw, and I didn't want to hurt her in any way because we were told that she couldn't use stairs, and they were, be careful, and she's a pro on the stairs, and I was just surprised at how easy it was with her. And you know, we put the boot on in the morning and at night, and everything else, she's just a normal dog. She just loves people, and in a weird way for me, she kind of saved me because last year I lost my job, and he actually lost his job, and then my father ended up passing away a short time later, and Brittany's the reason I got out of bed every day because she just gave me the love I needed, and of course he was there too, but she gave me what I needed at the time to, get out of bed. It's the only way I can put it. So if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would have made it through last year.
I've been shocked at the Benjamin Button effect. Princess seems to be getting younger the longer I have her. I expected her to be this withering old woman, but she's becoming full of energy. She likes to go anywhere and see anything and do anything, and she's very curious. So she seems to be getting younger the longer she's with us.
Because we had lost 2 dogs, and then opened up our hearts to getting her so soon after losing those dogs. It was something that we were kind of scared to do, was hospice fostering, and there's no regrets. It's the best thing ever. So fostering in general is so rewarding. Hospice fostering is so rewarding. If you don't do it, you know that that animal is in the shelter alone, scared during its last days. We know that animal is in our backyard, in the sunshine, in the breeze, enjoying its last days surrounded by our family with love. And it's the best feeling ever.
Paw Works has definitely done a great job. Our lives wouldn't be the same without the dogs that we've gotten from them.
The reason I chose Paw Works as an organization mainly is because when I got involved with them, I saw that they really didn't discriminate against age, breed, illness. They would take care of the animals that really needed to be taken care of. For example, this one who had a broken leg, they pulled her from the shelter with a broken leg. So that drew me to Paw Works because I saw that they were probably doing the most benefit for Ventura County and really helping rescue the animals. I think Paw Works is a very, very unique organization in that way that they really don't discriminate. They go and provide the help where it needs to be helped. Right, and I think too the biggest thing that, working in the store that we realize when we're doing the adoptions is that Paw Works stands behind their dogs, and once it's a Paw Works dog, it's always a Paw Works dog. Whether or not you have a question about training or feeding, Paw Works is always there to help you. They care that the animal is in the right home for the animal and that the person has the right dog for them so that it's a good fit both ways. So that people understand that the animals are a commitment for life. Paw Works is there committed to the animals for their life, so they want the people there committed as well. And they stand behind their dogs. They own the responsibility as a rescue and know that that is a Paw Works dog.
I had adopted Leo from another rescue, and I was misled on his physical condition. We thought we were getting a happy, healthy 7-month-old golden retriever, and we ended up getting a dog that needed multiple surgeries. So I felt very deceived and kind of betrayed by this organization. So when I went to go look to volunteer at another rescue, I really had higher standards that I was trying to accomplish. If I was going to give myself to a rescue, my time and my energy, it had to be one with integrity, that was positive, and Paw Works fulfilled that in me.
I love Paw Works. I mean, for the simple fact that they rescue dogs, but in particular the fact that they concentrate on the sick and the needy and the dogs that are less valuable in everyone else's eyes.
I came to learn about Paw Works through some friends, and they were talking about what Paw Works was starting, and I got Jim right after they started. And they were just very nice people. I felt comfortable adopting from them.
All my cats that I've owned have always been rescues, and so I'm a big fan of rescue organizations, animal protection organizations, and so I think that was it. I found it that way, and that's when I started to consider that I would like to own a dog, and then I kept going in and seeing them and seeing what they were doing, and eventually adopted Sophie from Paw Works. My experience with Paw Works has been really positive, and so Chad was really helpful when I was first considering adopting a pit bull mix. I felt really bad at the overpopulation of pit bull mixes, and yet I recognized that I'm new to owning a dog, and so I wasn't really sure how it was going to work for me, and I wanted to take a lot of care in that consideration, so Chad was really good at answering questions, and so I just liked that. I felt like there was a support there, because when I would go to the shelter to try and adopt a dog, it was very difficult for me to see was I going to have a good connection with the dog? Did I know what I was doing? Because I haven't owned dogs, and I didn't want to adopt a dog and find out I didn't know what I was doing, and that maybe there was something about that dog that would make it very difficult for me to integrate the dog into my household. And I felt with Paw Works, like Chad was very informative. He helped answer questions about Sophie. When she first came into the household, she was chasing and barking at my cats, and she still tries to do that, but she's getting better, and he gave me advice, and that was very helpful to know I had support, and I wasn't just going to adopt a pet and feel like I had no support and let them down. I definitely want to make sure that I can keep a pet that I adopt into my household. So, if you were looking for a pet, your companion, your partner, I would go to Paw Works only because I know that dog is going to get the best care any dog can ever get. I know it would be given a second chance on life. They thrive on finding the forever home for the dogs, and they also try to match that dog with your energy level. So they will not adopt a dog out that's high energy to a person that is a low energy individual. They take pride in not having bounce backs, returns on their dogs. And I just know they won't come to me sick. I know that they will take really good care of these dogs. When a person goes to rescue an animal, they need to look at that animal not as just a dog that's going to go in a backyard. They need to know that when they take on that responsibility of that animal, they have a commitment to its care, to love, nurture, exercise. It's a priority. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. But when you go to Paw Works, they have that same expectation of their doctors. Whoever adopts an animal from them, that's the standard they want you to live by. That you're not going to abuse this animal and neglect this animal, that you will take that responsibility seriously as they do.
I think the human race as a collective is responsible for these animals. I mean, to an extent, while we didn't create them, we did breed them to the state that they're at right now. And as a result, we've created these creatures that are completely dependent upon us. Whether we like it or not, there's a whole race of four-legged furry dudes and ladies out there who need us. And a lot of people, many people have stepped up to take care of creatures like Dobby, and I can tell you that it's rewarding. I was never a dog person until we had our first dog, and now this is our third, and don't tell the others, but he's our favorite, my favorite. And it's our duty as a species to help take care of the species. I feel very strongly about that, and I'm ashamed every time that I see the way some people abuse and even neglect the animals that they've tried to take into their home. the ones that they're supposed to be caring for. And when they fall short, it's the dog that suffers. It may seem like taking care of the dog is hard on you, but not doing so is much harder on the animal. And to some extent, I think it damages the soul.
Dobby would never walk out on us, and we would never walk out on him.